Hi, everyone. My name is Beth Huang, and I'm the director of the Massachusetts Voter Table. We work with organizations across Massachusetts, including the League of Women Voters, to increase civic engagement in communities of color among working class people and immigrants. And when I was your age, when I was 16, I started knocking on doors for the Obama campaign, and that's how I got started in grassroots advocacy and civic engagement. This is a great year to get involved as well, and I hope that you do too. So I'm here to talk to you briefly about what is grassroots advocacy. So let's think about an issue that you might care about, whether it's college affordability, whether it might be the ability to take free buses and free the tea, or maybe it's the Green New Deal. So just imagine an issue that you care about that if you could wave a wand, or if you were mayor for the day, that's something that you would do. And then let's work backwards from whatever is the issue that you care about. So grassroots advocacy is the ability for you to influence your elected representative at the local, state, or federal level, and persuade them and demonstrate your power so that they take your position and take the action that you want. So for example, when we were working on raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour in 2018, we worked with a big grassroots organization called Raise Up Massachusetts, which included community organizations, labor unions, youth organizations, and more. And we were working with we worked with legislators to file a bill, and then we worked with a lot of organizations that mobilized their constituencies, their members, the constituencies shared why raising the minimum wage was so important to them. People talked to their neighbors about why raising the minimum wage was so important to them and to their communities. And so finding all of the different people who might also care about the issue that you work on is super important. So that means that we were looking for basically anyone and everyone who had a stake in increasing the minimum wage. And the way that we went about that is we organized group lobby days, we organized visits between constituents and their legislators, we organized these big accountability sessions, and we invited tons of legislators, city by city, and recruited rooms. And we recruited hundreds of people to fill big churches. And we did the direct ask to every legislator, will you agree to raise the minimum wage? And we had them answer yes or no. And they had to say that in front of hundreds of people, including dozens, if not hundreds of their own constituents. And that caused a lot of legislators to make commitments to increasing the minimum wage in an economy that works for everyone. So that's those. In addition to accountability sessions and lobby visits between constituents and their lawmakers, we also did a ton of phone banking. We would call people, registered voters in priority districts, and we would connect those priority voters directly to their legislators through patch-through calls. We'd literally patch constituents through to their legislators. We had a ton of social media campaigns, and so we would do these big days of action, and everyone would pose with a pledge card or a clipboard. The algorithms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram often will prioritize photos, so people would take selfies and then also talk about raising the minimum wage. We had petitions signed by tens of thousands of people. We had postcards that people would go to farmers markets with, and people would sign on about the need to raise the minimum wage. We collected tons of these postcards and would deliver huge stacks of them to legislators. And then all of this group grassroots advocacy built the collective power needed for the legislators to take this issue very seriously, such that, they all knew that they had to be on the ballot in November of 2018 and September of 2018. And so they decided that this was an utmost priority, and they might lose seats over it. And so ultimately, we were able to get the legislature to prioritize this issue, and then pass the $15 minimum wage in 2018. And in the middle of June of that year. And every year, every January 1st, the minimum wage increases because of the law that we were able to get passed through collective power and grassroots advocacy. And so on any of those issues that you thought about at the beginning, whether it was the Green New Deal, free public transportation, debt-free college, or anything else that you care about, just think about the coalition that you would want to bring together. Who else cares about this issue? And can you all row in the same direction to get your lawmakers to do what you want? So grassroots advocacy works, and I hope that you get involved in this important election year and this important legislative session.